everybody, it's Kay, and I'm here today with my icon box for August of 2025. So let's see what's in here. So this box, I get to choose 3 items and they choose 5 for me. They do a curated. This is a quarterly box, and so the BoxyCharm that I have on this subscription upgrades, and of course it is more money. The curator this time is Ash K. Holm, and she is a makeup artist to people like Haley Steinfeld, Lindsay Lohan. I don't know who this other person is here, but also she does work for Ariana Grande and Kim Kardashian and Khloe Kardashian. And she really goes, this is a picture of her, she goes for a natural enhanced look, which is what I like. This is not a heavily made up look. These are just taking your features and making it look better. And then here's another picture of Ash K. Holm here. So she's a pretty lady, and I've watched the videos that she's done too, and she talks about the different looks for different people and what she was going for. And so this is interesting. So let's see what we got. So the first item that they chose for me is a nourishing face oil by Dr. B. I read online, this makes some people break out. I don't use face oils very much because I have enough natural oil, and actually I have combo skin and I tend to get clogged pores. So I think this may be something that's good for me, and it has this kind of a dropper, maybe in the winter time, but not so good in the summertime. So we'll try it, but you know what, if I don't use it on my face, I will definitely use it on as a body oil. So we'll look at it that way. So that is a $72 product. So the next item that they chose for me were some eyeliners by Kofi. Here's the box. There's a black one. Oh, here it is. A black one and a brown one. And so it came as together, like you get 2, and the brown is sort of a copper brown. I'm not going to open the black one right now, but I did use the brown one today. It's here, and we're gonna take a look at it. This is the color right here, and I'll do it right there too. It seems like it's going to be a nice one. Now, it doesn't have the tip that comes off to sharpen, but this is a brand. I have some other products by this brand, and so I'm happy with that choice that they made for me. Okay, so the next item they chose for me was by Odicity, and this is a body oil, and it is a Hydrofirm Sea Glow Hydrofirm body oil, and it's got vitamin C, E, and kakadu. And it has a citrus scent to it. I have really been into body oils lately. I put a little bit in my bath, and it really helps. It does smell pretty. It helps my skin from being dry, because I do have some dry spots on my skin. Just a couple of drops in the bath water, and it makes a huge difference. You can also use it after you get out of the bath, and it's a good thing to have. And I'm actually very pleased with this choice that they made for me here. And that product is a $48 product. The next product they chose, and this is the star item for me in here, is by Patrick Ta, and I'm so happy that they chose this for me. It's already got fingerprints all over it, so see, that's the one thing about this type of container. This is the outside box here. So it is the Rose, it's called the Rose Eyeshadow Palette, a $70 product. And I do have this on today, and here are the colors. The bottom row, now look, this actually opens up. And I don't know what I would do with these colors. I'm gonna have to figure that out, because they're a little bit darker than I like. I like light colors. The bottom here, it's actually the top of the palette. These are metallics, and then these are mattes on the bottom. So is, you know, I really do like metallics, and this is nice. There they are. Very, very pretty colors. They're like a neutral kind of a nude. Very good payoff. Just a very, very good product. And I do have, I'll show you which ones I used. There they are. The darkest one up to the lightest ones. It's a little hard to see some of them. I used this in the crease, and I used this one above, right in the, on the lid, and in the crease, above the crease, and then I used this one more higher up in the crease because this is a lighter color, and right at the eyeball, because I always like to lighten up a little bit. And there's that one. Okay, so let's look at these other colors here, the mattes. Okay, there they are. Pretty good pigment on those. We're going to put those next to the one that they corresponded with in the palette. And there they are up here. Well, this is a nice palette for me, and I'm going to enjoy playing with it. So that is definitely a good one. Okay. So the next item that they chose for me, and this is one that I would not have chosen this item for myself. This is by Patrick Ta, and no, it's not. It's by Toy Factory. And what this is this is a Neobrow clear eyebrow gel. Now, it's nice. I'm going to say that. Toy Factory. But if I'm going to be using a brow gel, I'm mostly going to be interested in one with a little bit of tint to it, because I want that to help fill in, like, you know, sparser areas, and also if there's a little bit of gray there, I need a little help. So I'll use it. I do have it on after I did add some color otherwise, and it's not crunchy, and it's supposed to be nourishing because it has niacinamide. So there's two choices I definitely would not have chosen for myself if I had the opportunity, so that's a little bit disappointing. We talked about the other would be in the face oil. Okay, so on to what I get to choose. I could choose from the Amika hair oil, which I didn't need because my hair also produces its fair share of oil. The Dr. Jart 4 face mask, which I just don't use that kind of face mask. I prefer the kind that you just rub on and then wash off. The Laura Mercier setting powder, which I have, and it's a nice product. Bare Minerals, either peach or pink, and this is a where did he go? It's a nice little lip oil. It's a $23 value. It doesn't have very much color. It would not have mattered whether I chose peach or pink. I chose the pink one. It wouldn't have mattered because there is just very, very little color to it. And, you know, that's okay. There it is. You just can't see it at all. But it's there, you know, I got it because it's nourishing, and I like for my lips to be moisturized, and I just don't like dry lips. So anyway, it wasn't the most exciting choice. I didn't have the most exciting choices for me, so that's what it is. In category 2, I could have chosen the Briogeo Styling Sleek Stick, which I didn't really need that. The topicals like Butter Mist, didn't really need that. The Makeup by Mario highlighter, which I thought about, but I have several, so I didn't really need it. Or the Kopari Hair and Body Mist. And so when I saw Kopari, I had to get that because I like Kopari products. The scents are nice. This scent does not disappoint. It is called Paradise Found. It reminds me of the Vacation fragrance that we probably, or a lot of us, are familiar with. It was sort of like a coconut. Do you smell coconut? But you smell other things in there. It's like got a floral in it too. But anyway, that's a good product, and I'm very happy to have that. It's a $29 product. So I also only got 4 things to choose from in category 3 or C, whichever it is. And you know, it was a little disappointing to have such few things to choose from. So it is what it is, but I could have chosen the Fenty Slip Shine lipstick, and I had both of the colors. I like them. It's a wonderful product, but I didn't need another one. Mally's Toning Whip didn't appeal to me, or Saturday Skin Toner. Here it is. This is a brightening toner, and it comes in this box here. It seems like this is a glass bottle. This is a good skincare brand, and this is why I chose this. And I do use a toner at least once a day, so I knew I would get use out of it. So those 8 products, it's a $336 value. Now, I do get the Boost, and the Boost is an extra $15 that I pay. And I could have chosen, there was 2 things by Grown Alchemist, which I think I had, Gold-Fied Vita Boost Moisturizer, which I have. There was a Smashbox eyeshadow palette that I didn't think it was the colors that would work for me. But then there was this by Elemis, and so I chose this. And they also had the Skin and Aroma Brightening Serum, which I like, but this was a product that I didn't have, and it's a $99 value, so I got the most bang for the buck. It is called the Pro Collagen Future Restore Serum, and I'm excited to give this a try. And there it is. Okay, so with that added on, my box came to a $435 retail value. Now, I did get a couple of add-ons, not many, because there were not very many exclusive things that for the icon that I wanted. There were some I wish they had put in there that they didn't. But anyway, so it was just sort of a little bit of a not the best month for this. Anyway, this is a $25 add-on. It's the Pro Collagen Marine Cream. Pro Collagen Marine Cream. I am really enjoying the night version of this one, and so I thought, well, you know what, if I like the night one so much, then I'll enjoy this too. I just love Elemis products. And so this product, you know, I don't have actually it's a $94 product, and I got this for $25. So anyway, that's a good add-on. Saturday Skin, I did not have this. I've only gotten this in the little sample sizes. So when I saw a chance to get a full size, I did. It's the Saturday Skin Carrot and Niacinamide Moisture Cream. And I've liked it. I mean, the samples I tried, I really liked it. And there it is. So after I use my toner, I'll use this. So I think that was a $12 add-on, but it's a $45 retail value. So I think that's a pretty good add-on. A few more down in here. Love this one. This is it's an $18 add-on. I use this all the time, and since I use it so much, this is shade 180. It is a concealer, and it works out pretty well. There it is. Okay, I'm not going to open this one, but that's pretty much the color, and I was happy to get a backup on that one. Okay, 2 more products in here. I got by RMS, and this is in the shade 00. This is the Uncover Up Concealer. It is a cream concealer, and how much did I pay for that? That was $12, and it's a $40 retail value. This was one of the Icon Box items. I don't think it was an exclusive. And there's the color of it, and there's a little bit better look at the color. You know, I'm going to have to wear it to see how much I like it. It is a cream one, so I'm going to have to probably put a setting spray on there. I think the color, I chose the right one. I tend to do better if I go a little bit lighter, because I do have some darkness that I need to cover up. So I think this is a good one for me, and I'm happy to have it. Okay, one last one, and I do have this on today. It's by Kofi, and I guess it's the shade Guava. Yes, it is. this is a lip, it's a Lassie lip staining oil. So we're going to apply just a little bit more. There's the outside of it. There's what it looks like. And there's the tip. I was really excited about this because I was hoping with it being a lip stain that it would stay on longer. And we'll see. I haven't had it on long enough to know, but I think that's a good one for me. And so this is a $24 product, but it was a $12 add-on. So I'm really happy to have that. So the one thing that they did not choose for me, and I really wish they had, is instead of maybe, you know, the two things I didn't want, is I wanted this, the Kevin Aucoin. It's the Neo Blush, and I got it. I got the shade, and I don't know what it was that was offered, but I got Rose Cliff, and I got it off of Amazon, and it's a $44 palette because I really did want this so much. And here it is. I do have this on today, and it does have a little mirror, but here's the colors. And so it goes from a peach color, it's gradient, to a pink color. And I can see why Ash K. Home would like this one, because what I like about it is, you know, I take my brush and like, so I want the high point, I want to have more color to it, and then down in this area I would want more of a natural color. So that's really what you have going on here. So that's what I've done here. And at first I felt that, you know, when I first tried it, I didn't think I was getting as much payoff as I wanted, but then it made sense to me is that, you know, Ash K. Home is more interested in a natural look than a heavily made up look. And I could see why she would think this would be one that she wanted to include in the box. So I'm definitely happy with it. I wish that I didn't have to go out and get it separately, but I'm very, very happy with it that I have it and it was brought to my attention. I did have already from them in a similar kind of thing. I think there's a highlighter that did that too a couple of years ago. But anyway, overall, I think it was an okay box. I expected a little bit more makeup because we had a makeup artist, but I'm still happy with what I got. So you have to look at it that way. So thank you for stopping by and have a great day.